Okay, this is part two of whatever number this is. I just went over this lady who is a spiritualist or whatever, reads tarot cards, but she wants to be treated differently than fortune tellers because she's special. And then, of course, the church in Ivor, where the folks are all naked. Now, this one is a little more serious here. I had one the other day about one of our state legislators. What was he talking about? Oh, Satan's minions, and he proposed a bill so that we couldn't implant computer chips in us, you know. But anyway, this is another one too, and you just wonder where, and I mean, you know, it's supposed to be a separation of church and state. I'm not even sure what that means, but just recently, I mean recently, over the past, this is February 25th, I believe, and this happened just a couple of days ago. Yes, another one of our state delegates, Bob Marshall. He's really backpedaling, but here's what he said at a news conference. They're throwing the abortion thing around again up in the state legislature. You know, all the folks are up there, and what they're trying to do, or what they're talking about, is stopping the funding for Planned Parenthood. And of course, our new governor, who was just installed in January, he's a whack job too. He's a buddy of Pat Robertson's, and I hope everybody who knows who Pat Robertson is. And also, our new governor actually went to Regent University, Pat Robertson's place. But here's what this Marshall fellow said. This is a quote at a news conference. The number of children who are born subsequent to a first abortion with handicaps has increased dramatically. Why? Because when you abort the firstborn of any, nature takes its vengeance on subsequent children. In the Old Testament, the firstborn of every being, animal and man, was dedicated to the Lord. There's a special punishment Christians would suggest. I mean, I don't even know, you know. I'm laying it out. That's what the guy said, you know, for whatever it's worth to any of you. And this is most likely a pretty boring one, not much to it or anything else. But as I said, there's a group called the Virginia Christian Action, and they presented a petition calling on the governor and all those folks to stop the funding for Planned Parenthood. I don't know anything about Planned Parenthood, but anyway, I guess they give abortion advice and things of that nature. And it says here, this is a newspaper report, of course, the petition was signed by a number of prominent Christian leaders, including the Reverend Jonathan Falwell. I assume that's, what was Falwell's name? Anyway, I assume this is Falwell's son. Jerry Falwell, yeah, I believe, who died, I guess, over the past 6 or 8 months or so. And, of course, the Reverend Pat Robertson of Virginia Beach. Yes, we're proud to have him in our city. But that's it, and that's really not much, and I may review this and may not even post it. I'm not sure. But, you know, it just gets wackier and wackier. It really does. I just don't know, for someone who we have elected to go to, you know, our capital, Richmond, Virginia, and to supposedly be sitting up there and passing bills and laws and so on and so forth to help the citizens of Virginia. And this guy up there starts quoting the Old Testament. You know, will there ever be a day when we have an atheist or something in the state legislature? Will there? I think there's one out in California and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's in Washington. Can't remember his name, but that's the only one that I know of. I mean, you know, we're governed by people who believe that folks are floating around up in the sky, and that if we don't praise the Lord, we're going to hell. I mean, come on. I mean, how much sense does any of this make? Well, it doesn't make much to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end here, and I'm going to take a look at this because it's pretty pathetic, and I may not put it up, but maybe I will. Anyway, thanks, folks, if there's any of you out there watching. And remember, as Pat Condell would say, peace, ladies and gentlemen, peace.